dragging me to hell.
Paulie, you had a nightmare.
Scared.
I know, honey, it's okay.
Carla, that was her name.
Uncle
Carla.
Paulie had a bad dream.
On Scrubs.
Mommy.
Come on, let's go to sleep.
Come talk to me.
Look at Paulie. A regular family man, isn't he?
How much can you believe in dreams?
Wait, wrong. Christopher did not have a dream. A dream I make my peace. He was dead. Science said he was dead. Science.
You need to talk to someone who deals with this kind of thing professionally.
Oh, shit.
What kind of thing?
His name is Cullen. He's a psychic.
A psychic? Get the fuck out of here.
He's famous for contacting dead relatives for people. He contacted my dead friend Ronnie. Remember Ronnie with the arm?
I thought she was going to say psychiatrist. She says psychic. She's wildin'.
Tacklebarney State Park. You know where that George Washington slept house is? Up that road there's a gray house.
Beverlock was there?
$20, baby.
For $20, boy, you cheap as hell. Man is eating gabagool and cheese and bread off a fucking scale. Look at this horse shit.
Right.
Fuck off.
Is your name Daniel?
Yes.
Because I got this image of Daniel in the lion's den. He says you found his body.
Oh, my God.
He's sorry. He knows how traumatic that was. He wants you to know that he was there with you and that you should move on. Yes, go ahead.
What's the problem? What the hell's the matter?
Oh, please, go on. He can't hurt you. You don't have to be afraid. I feel your anger.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Charles, you're with your son?
The fuck? I don't got no kids.
Oh, Sonny.
Pagano?
Kind spirit. Is your name Sonny? Charles Pagano.
How the fuck do you know that?
He's poison ivy? He wants to know if it still itches.
Don't fuck with me. Who you been talking to?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Why? What the fuck are they saying?
You really want me to say it?
Fuck you and this bullshit. That's what this is, you know. Satanic black magic. Sick shit.
I'm asking you to leave, sir.
Yeah? Fucking quiz!
Yo, the shot put spin.
I know this might be a scam. So I call him from a padmark. There's no denying it. I'm dragging a bunch of fucking ghouls around with me.
You whacked a bunch of heavy hitters in your time. Now, you think they're gonna all join together and follow that prick Mikey?
How can you just sit there? He warned you about 3 o'clock, too.
I don't believe any of this shit. It doesn't mean a fucking thing to me.
I did this guy over 30 years ago, T. How the fuck did he know that?
Does he know where Matt Bevilacqua is? You eat steak?
Fuck you talking about?
If you were in India, you would go to hell for that.
I'm not in India. What do I give a fuck?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. None of this shit means a goddamn thing. I'm sorry for talking to you the way I did.
It's okay.
No, it's not. I was wrong. And I hope you know I didn't mean it. I said it because all the anger and the frustration, the last few days, it built up inside me and exploded. There's no excuse for that. I gotta learn to control my emotions around the people I love. I think you're the same way, you know. I think your feelings, you keep them inside, and you and me, we react without thinking. That's why I get mad at you. You know, I see myself in you. I couldn't ask for a better son, AJ.
Thanks.
Damn.
Want a piece of pizza?
He's way the fuck out near Morristown, Tacklebarney State Park.
Oh, about that George Washington slept here house?
Yeah.
Give me one.
You don't have to do this.
Tony getting his hands dirty. Pussy being around for it.
Cut Furio loose. Raise a crowd. Would you just take it easy, will you? We just want to talk to you.
You're shaking.
You're gonna fucking kill me for something I didn't do. It was Sean. You gotta believe me, it was Sean. He got nuts. Anything, Tony. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
What'd Richie say?
It had nothing to do with Richie. He didn't ask for it. He got mad when I told him. Sean did it on spec.
Are you sure? Nobody else was involved. Take a minute. Think it over.
It was Sean all the way.
You're a good kid.
I'm thirsty.
See if you got something to drink. I mean, you sure you want a diet drink? You don't want something with some sugar in it?
There's only diet.
You finished?
Thank you, T.
Get out of here.
Cause that sugarless motherfucker, the last fucking drink you're ever gonna have.
Oh, God, Mommy! Mommy, please, Tony, please.
Your problem's a spiritual matter.
Maybe. But irregardless, I should have had immunity to all of this shit. I should have been covered by my donations.
Hilarious.
When the organ needed a rejob, who was there? When the priests and the altar boys needed new weights, who picked up the tab?
You should have come to me first, and none of this would have happened.
It's too late. You've been slacking off on me, and you left me unprotected.
You believe in God?
Yeah, I do, Tom. Absolutely. Works in very mysterious ways, his wonders to perform, but no doubt, he's been very good to me.
So, how you doing?
Fine.
I've been thinking.
What you been thinking? Vasectomy? I'll make sure I won't get these hoes pregnant. For you.
I'll do it.
Reluctantly, as pulling out has been working just fine.
Snip, snip.
I don't want you to do it, Tony.
Oh, she want another one?
No, you want me to do it. And now I want to do it.
I started thinking. Meadow is leaving soon. And I may want to have another baby. Maybe.
We can get to work right now.
What are you, trying to drive me fucking crazy? What's behind all this? Ralphie told over this, come on, then a vasectomy, then no vasectomy, and now this. Huh? Oh, well, now you don't want me cut?
All I want is you. That's all I have ever wanted.
I mean, that sounds
I
cool.
want you to be true and to be mine. I want you to not cheat.
I will be true, come. From
No,
now
oh, Tony, please.
Well, if you're not gonna believe me, then fine. And what can I do?
I don't know.
What can I do?
First, let me start by saying don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are subscribed, make sure to hit the notification bell. Shout out to all the new viewers. Shout out to all the subscribers. And I have a Patreon with full-length early reactions to things like this. If you'd like to, check it out. So this was an interesting episode because you had everybody dealing with their demons, so to speak. And it all circles around Chris, right? He's like this catalyst for this. And it starts with him going through what he's going through and Carmela making that prayer. Okay. Now he sees what he sees. It's not what she wanted, but you know, as Pussy said, you know, he works in mysterious ways, right? We always say that the Lord works in mysterious ways, right? And he saw this interesting like sight he beheld. Like he thought it was hell because it was an Irish like pub or Irish bar, right? And the bouncer told him, hey, yo, you can't get in here, but hey, listen, your ass is gonna be you gonna be down here soon. He's like, he's seen his pops, and his pops kept losing every hand, and then they're looking, and you see Tony like morphine. You see Paulie, morphine also. Immediately gets on the elevator, and he's worried about it. And it's driving him crazy. But what this was this is a way for the episode to show. It's not so much about the spirituality and the, you know, divination, as they said. It's more about them dealing mentally with what they've been doing in the past. And for Paulie to see a psychic, you know, his girl put him on. Everything she was saying when she was like in Nyack, he's a and up until there, I'm assuming she's gonna say psychiatrist or psychologist. She said psychic, and I said, oh. So he goes there. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be some horseshit. But the guy starts talking about shit that he had done before, and he had been careful and all of that. Now, who knows? I don't think that's gonna have anything to do with going forward as far as like deep in the story, but at least as far as Paulie dealing with what he's dealing with, it's making him, for at least at this moment, question the lifestyle. Now, when I say question the lifestyle, I'm not saying question should I be doing it and all this, but he has questions about it. Because remember, he's an ardent soldier. He's a soldier for real. This is his thing. And to the point where he's not even a soldier no more. The motherfucker's he's high ranking, right? Like if they wanted to, they could have motherfuckers go do shit, but he's still willing to put in work. But the thing is, he got spooked by Chris. And that was interesting to see these guys, the tough guys and all that, because we seen Tony be spooked, but to see them spooked, you know what I mean? And to see specifically Paulie spooked, interesting, right? The fact that Tony goes and he speaks to Dr. Melfi, and Dr. Melfi has that reaction, and for her, the whole thing has always been, and I said this, you clearly notice it went from a place of professionalism, and then when she comes back, it was still kind of professional, but she was smiling. Okay. Then in the next episode, she's comfortable, legs to the side and arms like this. And I'm like, there's a comfort there. And then in this episode, she gets too comfortable, right? And she ends up talking to her therapist, and it kills her. And it's interesting because she's saying it as, yo, I told him where my son goes to school and I'm worried and all that. But it's deeper than that, right? Like it's mainly because when she goes, do I hate him? She cannot figure out her feelings. In there, the thing was, you could tell she had kind of said it to herself that, yo, I get what this relationship is. There was a confidence, it seemed, in what their, I guess you would say, working relationship was, working as the patient and her as the therapist. And there was a slip up. And so for her to recognize and see that she had judged him, right? Which is funny because she had judged him. Let me think about this, because I was going to say she had judged him outside of their sessions, but it wasn't so much that she judged him outside of the sessions as much as because you would see her even sticking up for him outside of the sessions, right? People would be judging Tony and she would be standing up for him. And I'm trying to think back. I think maybe this was the first time, even when everything had gone on, I don't even think she really had time to judge him as much as she was just angry at him, right? Like, whereas this one, she judged the whole lifestyle, and for her, she just, it killed her because her professionalism had been shaken. And that was the one thing she could always fall back on. And so it's going to be interesting to see going forward how Dr. Melfi deals with this now. And that whole thing, that whole relationship and the professional, the working side of it, so interesting. Okay, then we have Tony and Tony Jr. It was dope to see Tony come and talk to his son, because you go through those things where you go a little bit too far and you never want them to feel like you hate them. You never want, and so the best you can do is apologize and work on it and be truthful with him. And when Tony said, yo, truthfully, some traits of you that are straight from me, and that's why I'm hard on you. And he kept it real with him. And that to me, that's the most you can ask for. So when you see Carmela, it kicked off that baby making drive in her when she saw that, right? Like, oh, that's who she is in love with, right? We see them fight so much, and she really was in a sort of just lovey-dovey mood. And I'm trying to think, have we seen the lovey-dovey? We never seen her petting, lovey-dovey, because that's a hard man to. Even when she's talking to him in serious, my man's cursing and what the fuck you want me to do? Like, you know what I mean? And she was being mad, extra feminine and shit. So it was like, oh, she want to have a baby, huh? And so when she says it, and she's like, not for sure, but, think about it. And one of the funniest things about this is Tony with her, because when she straight up says, I want to be with you. I don't want you to cheat. And she said he basically is like, well, what do you want me to do to fix this? And it's funny, like the least he knows what he do, but it's he gonna do him still. But the fact that he was gonna clip it for her, that shows some sort of love that he got for her, that he was gonna snip. This was an interesting episode because everything sort of stopped and we sort of studied Paulie, Tony, even a little bit of Chris, Carmela's relationship with Tony, and she had gone so much further into the Bible. And you see, she got the saints by the bed, angels by the bed, excuse me. And for Carmela, she knows what they doing isn't right and all that, but she feels like, her thing to fall back on is religion, and Tony's right now, the therapy is helping him and I wonder, will it come to a point where he's just straight up fully questioning the life? I wonder if in future episodes it's that, because right now that's not the question. The question is more about his personal life, and even when it comes to the gangster shit, it's more about how he feels about what's going on. So what I wonder is later on, will it be about Tony, like his feelings going into towards, what was the point of all of this? Why am I doing this? And him sort of questioning things and going after that. Because as I said, Paulie didn't even come close to questioning his lifestyle. But at the very least, what Chris did is spooked him into worrying about the lifestyle, which he don't worry. Everything he's the head thing, right? Like that's not Paulie's thing. So yeah, man, this was a good episode. I'm trying to think. I wonder what Chris is going to do after this. And I wonder if maybe he himself is going to start questioning the life. Because remember, right before this happens, Tony gives him that ultimatum and, he chose this life. But will he have a second thought about it? Yeah. Okay. Next episode.